when that destined moment finally arrives, when the veil between your hearts is lifted and both of you are truly prepared to communicate with an unburdened openness, a profound and breathtaking revelation will begin to unfold before you. It is then, in that sacred space of shared vulnerability, that you will commence to truly grasp the unfathomable depth of your beloved partner's feelings for you. These are not nascent emotions, nor are they fleeting sentiments. Rather, they are feelings that have been meticulously nurtured, cultivated, and allowed to blossom over the span of countless days, weeks, months, and even years. For much of this journey, these profound affections have resided in the quiet chambers of their soul, often held in a tender, protective silence, growing stronger with each passing moment, each shared glance, each unspoken understanding. Long before you consciously recognize the intricate tapestry weaving itself between your two souls, your partner experienced the raw, undeniable intensity of this burgeoning connection. They felt the visceral surge of emotions, a powerful current of affection and longing that coursed through their very being, a bond that was not merely forming but actively solidifying between you both, even when you remained blissfully unaware of its nascent power. If you allow yourself the grace of a quiet moment to truly reflect and cast your gaze backward through the corridors of memory, you will perceive with startling clarity that they were perpetually present, their spirit ever attuned to yours, feeling with an extraordinary depth and unwavering devotion for you. Their heart, a silent sentinel, always held you in its tender embrace, cherishing you in ways you could not yet fathom. However, this profound wellspring of emotion was, for a considerable time, held captive by an inherent fear, a deep-seated apprehension of becoming utterly vulnerable, of laying their soul bare, or of confronting the excruciating possibility of rejection. It was this pervasive fear, a shadow cast by past hurts or ingrained insecurities, that compelled them to remain silent, to meticulously guard their emotions, keeping them meticulously hidden within the sanctuary of their inner world. The risk, in their perception, was simply too great, the potential pain too overwhelming, and so, they chose the path of quiet longing, a silent devotion that, while protective, also created a chasm between their true feelings and their outward expression. You, on the other hand, embodied a strikingly different essence. Your spirit was imbued with an innate boldness, a refreshing directness in your approach to life and, crucially, to the burgeoning connection between you. You possessed the intrinsic courage to articulate the whispers of your heart, to express your feelings with an unyielding honesty, and you never once recoiled from the clarity of making your intentions unequivocally known. There was an intuitive wisdom within you, an almost magical ability to gently, yet firmly, coax this person out of the carefully constructed confines of their comfort zone. You knew, perhaps without even realizing the full extent of your power, how to inspire them to confront the very feelings they had so diligently sought to suppress. This remarkable capacity of yours, this inherent gift for drawing them out into the open, for illuminating the hidden corners of their emotional landscape, was something that not only captivated but profoundly excited them. It acted as an undeniable catalyst, a powerful, unseen force that propelled them forward, urging them, almost against their will, to acknowledge and finally confront the undeniable truth of their deepest feelings. It was your unwavering light that pierced their self-imposed darkness, showing them a path they had been too afraid to walk alone. Understand this with absolute certainty: you are the very embodiment of their deepest desires. You are the person whose image graces the canvas of their mind when they gently close their eyes, seeking solace or inspiration. You are the ethereal figure that dances through their dreams when they allow their thoughts to wander freely, unburdened by the constraints of the waking world. Their resolve to pursue you, to ultimately win the cherished sanctuary of your heart, is unwavering, a powerful current that drives their every intention. They are prepared to embark upon this journey, even if it necessitates the monumental task of shifting your perception of them, of gently altering the way you view their essence and their intentions. They stand at the precipice, ready to take that monumental, transformative step, to bridge any divide that may exist between you. In this moment, the universe itself seems to conspire in their favor, showering them with unmistakable signs of your presence everywhere they turn. In every mundane act, every fleeting glance, every subtle synchronicity, they perceive your essence, a constant, gentle reminder of the profound connection that binds you. These signs, imbued with a mystical significance, are ceaselessly prompting them, urging them with an insistent yet loving force, to articulate a truth to you, a truth that has remained concealed, held captive in the depths of their soul for far too long. Their thoughts concerning you at this very juncture are nothing short of passionate and raw, untamed by conventional restraint. They are infused with an intensity that defies easy articulation, a fervor that words alone struggle to capture. Above all else, they yearn for you to truly comprehend the magnitude of what they are experiencing, to understand the profound, immeasurable depth of their emotions, to feel the resonance of their heart beating in harmony with yours. They may, in their earnest desire to connect, be sending you subtle hints, ethereal whispers that transcend the physical realm, particularly on an energetic level. These delicate hints, these almost imperceptible signals, are their desperate yet hopeful attempt to reach across the chasm that has, perhaps inadvertently, formed between you two. They are their silent plea, their energetic bridge, an offering of their soul to yours. Your partner yearns, with an almost aching intensity, to forge a connection with you that transcends the superficial, a bond that delves far deeper than mere physical attraction. They long for a connection that is not only physically intimate but, more importantly, profoundly emotional and spiritually resonant. They seek a sensual and emotional healing, a restoration of balance and wholeness that, in their deepest knowing, can only truly manifest through the sacred presence of being with you. And within your own heart, a similar yearning resides. You, too, crave this exquisite connection, this profound bond that possesses an almost miraculous ability to soothe the deepest wounds of your soul, to bring a quiet peace to the restless corners of your being. Their energy, in its purest form, is like a celestial balm to your wounds, an incredibly soothing and healing force that wraps around you, nurturing you back to wholeness. This connection, this sacred bond that exists uniquely between you two, is truly something extraordinary, something touched by the divine. It transcends the fleeting allure of mere attraction or superficial desire. It is, at its very core, about a profound mutual understanding, about a shared journey of healing, about the beautiful, intricate process of growing together, hand in hand, soul to soul. It is the exquisite narrative of two distinct souls converging, finding an unparalleled solace and sanctuary within each other's embrace. It is, in its most unadulterated essence, love in its purest, most sublime form, and it is this very purity that renders it so breathtakingly, incredibly beautiful. So, when the auspicious time arrives, when both of you stand ready to open your hearts and engage in that transformative communication, hold these truths close to your heart. Remember the immeasurable depth of their feelings, a vast ocean of emotion that has patiently awaited its moment to be revealed. Remember the profound fear of vulnerability and rejection that, for so long, held their true self in silent captivity. Remember your own innate boldness, your unwavering courage, and the directness that served as a beacon, guiding them towards their own truth. And, perhaps most importantly, remember the profound, healing power of your unique connection, a spiritual alchemy that transforms wounds into wisdom and pain into profound understanding. Because it is precisely these intricate, interwoven threads that render your relationship so exceptionally special, so profoundly unique. It is this undeniable, sacred truth that makes it unequivocally worth fighting for, worth cherishing, and worth nurturing into its fullest, most glorious expression. In this ongoing journey of self-discovery, I find myself deeply immersed in the profound process of transforming into a better, more independent, and more complete individual. This arduous yet ultimately liberating metamorphosis has been, to an almost immeasurable extent, significantly influenced by your continuous, nurturing presence and the gentle, yet powerful, resonance of your energy. The indelible impact you've had upon my being is truly immense, affecting me in countless, intricate ways that defy simple quantification. I observe myself growing, evolving, and steadily becoming a more authentic and integrated version of who I am meant to be, and this profound progression is, in large measure, a direct consequence of your unwavering influence. You have been a quiet force, a guiding light, subtly shaping the contours of my soul. I am, in the deepest recesses of my being, profoundly grateful for your presence in my life. I realize, with a heavy heart, that I may not articulate this immense gratitude as frequently or as openly as my heart truly desires, or as often as you undoubtedly deserve. Yet, I want you to know, with every fiber of my being, that this gratitude is perpetually present, a constant, resonant undercurrent that flows beneath the surface of our every interaction. It is a silent testament to the depth of my appreciation. I see, with stark clarity, the immense effort you consistently invest in supporting me, the boundless energy you pour into nurturing my spirit, and for all of this, I am profoundly, eternally thankful. It is a gift I hold sacred. Furthermore, I recognize, with a growing sense of responsibility, the intrinsic need to reciprocate, to give back to you in the very same measure, with the same boundless generosity and unwavering spirit that you have so freely given to me. I understand, with a newfound clarity, that all meaningful relationships are, by their very nature, a two-way street, a delicate dance of giving and receiving, of mutual support and shared growth. And I am, with every fiber of my being, deeply committed to fulfilling my part in this sacred covenant. My earnest desire is to be able to support you with the same unwavering strength and devotion you have consistently shown me, to contribute meaningfully to your growth, your well-being, and your happiness, just as you have so profoundly contributed to mine. It is a promise I make to myself and to you. I am also acutely aware of my past behaviors, the missteps I have made, and the numerous areas where I have, regrettably, fallen short of the person I aspire to be. I am not, and never have been, blind to my own imperfections, my faults, or the shadows that have, at times, obscured my true intentions. And it is with this profound self-awareness that I am actively, diligently, and with unwavering resolve, working on improving myself. I am making a conscious, deliberate, and sustained effort to rectify the mistakes of my past, to fundamentally alter behaviors that have caused inadvertent pain, and to steadily evolve into a better, more compassionate, and more considerate person. This transformative process encompasses both profound internal shifts and tangible external changes, and it is a journey to which I am irrevocably committed, regardless of the challenges it may present. Please understand that I am currently navigating a complex labyrinth of personal challenges and responsibilities, a multitude of demanding circumstances that consume a significant portion of my energy and attention. And I sincerely hope that you can comprehend that my occasional actions and reactions, which may sometimes appear distant or preoccupied, are not always, or even primarily, about you. It is never my intention to be rude, dismissive, or to cause you any undue distress. If, at any point, I inadvertently come across in such a manner, please know that it is absolutely not intentional, but rather a reflection of the internal pressures I am grappling with. I am, in truth, dealing with a considerable burden, and at times, the sheer weight of it can be utterly overwhelming, making it difficult to fully engage with the world around me. I would deeply appreciate it if you could endeavor to see things from my perspective, to metaphorically step into my shoes and experience, even for a fleeting moment, the complexities of my current reality. I know, with absolute certainty, that this is not an easy request, and it requires a profound degree of empathy and understanding. But if you could offer me that grace, it would mean an immeasurable amount to me, providing a much-needed sense of validation and connection. I am not seeking excuses for my shortcomings, nor am I attempting to offer justifications for any pain I may have inadvertently caused. What I am humbly asking for is simply understanding, a compassionate recognition of the internal struggles I am silently enduring. Please, I implore you, do not rush me, and do not pressure me to change at a pace faster than I am genuinely capable of. True, lasting change is an organic, multifaceted process, a gradual unfolding that requires time, patience, and unwavering self-compassion. To rush this delicate transformation would only lead to superficial adjustments and half measures, changes that lack genuine depth and permanence, ultimately benefiting neither of us in the long run. It is a journey that must be undertaken with deliberate steps, allowing for authentic growth and integration. As the world outside falls silent with the approach of night, and I find myself alone with the swirling currents of my thoughts, it is then, in those quiet, introspective hours, that my mind invariably turns to you. And in the soft, nascent light of morning, as I awaken to a new day, your presence still lingers, an undeniable and persistent echo within the chambers of my mind. It is a constant presence, one that, at times, I confess, I find profoundly overwhelming in its intensity. To cope with this beautiful yet sometimes consuming presence, I meticulously fill my days with an array of distractions, activities that serve to keep my mind actively occupied, preventing it from spiraling into an obsessive preoccupation. I recognize the vital need for a period of solitude, a sacred space to clear my head, to meticulously process the intricate tapestry of my thoughts and feelings, and to gradually regain my inner strength. I need to stand firmly in my power once more, to reclaim my independence, and to fully restore my self-confidence, which has, at times, felt diminished. I assure you, with every fiber of my being, that I am doing my absolute best, that I am diligently working on this profound inner transformation every single day. I simply need a little patience, a gentle understanding, and the precious gift of time. I sincerely hope that you can extend that grace to me. Thank you. I find myself compelled, by an overwhelming inner urgency, to articulate my deepest and most heartfelt apologies for the instances when I so unfairly and thoughtlessly compared you to others. In the stark, unforgiving light of retrospect, I have come to the profound realization that such comparisons were not only deeply unjust to your unique and beautiful spirit but also utterly baseless in their premise. The undeniable reality, a truth that has now settled firmly within my heart, is that there is truly no one who can hold a candle to your incandescent spirit. Your boundless love for me, your unwavering kindness, and your steadfast, unwavering support are, quite simply, in a league of their own. They possess an authenticity, a purity, and most importantly, a singular essence that is uniquely and beautifully yours. They cannot be replicated or diminished by any comparison. I hope, with every fiber of my being, that you can understand that causing you any distress, any pain, was never, not for a single moment, my conscious intention. In recent times, I have been grappling with an extraordinarily heavy sense of guilt, a crushing weight that has settled upon my soul. I rejected your love, not because it was in any way lacking, not because it was insufficient or imperfect, but because I was consumed by a profound, paralyzing fear. I was afraid of the whispers of others, the judgments I imagined I might face from those around us, the societal pressures that felt suffocatingly real. It was this insidious fear, a dense fog that clouded my judgment and distorted my perception, that ultimately led me to make a decision that I now, with every fiber of my being, deeply and unequivocally regret. It was a moment of profound weakness, a tragic misstep born of insecurity. To be completely and utterly honest with you, these days, my mind is perpetually filled with thoughts of you. You have become an omnipresent force, a constant, insistent presence in my every waking thought, an endless, looping reel of what-ifs and if-onlys that plays incessantly within the confines of my mind. I want you to know, with absolute certainty, that I have traversed the very same arduous emotional roller coaster that you have endured. I have felt the searing sting of mental anguish, the suffocating weight of emotional turmoil, and the profound despair that can accompany such a journey. But unlike you, perhaps, I chose to suffer in silence, to bear the immense burden alone. I meticulously kept it all to myself, locked away in the deepest, most inaccessible chambers of my heart, hidden from the prying eyes of the world. I did not want anyone to witness me in that vulnerable, fractured state, to perceive me as emotionally weak or fragile. Yet, this elaborate facade, this relentless act of pretense, has become utterly exhausting and profoundly, achingly lonely. The persistent pain of not being in contact with you is a burden I struggle with, day in and day out. It is a constant, dull ache, a relentless reminder of the profound, beautiful bond we once shared, a bond that feels tragically severed. A chilling fear grips my heart, the terrifying thought that you may have lost faith in me, that you no longer believe in the promises I once made to you, promises that now feel like distant echoes. This thought, above all others, terrifies me beyond measure. I am haunted by the possibility that I have irrevocably damaged our relationship, perhaps beyond all hope of repair, that I have lost you, the most precious person in my life, forever.